All right, let me make a couple more announcements about my schedule this week and our schedule this week. Number one, there's pizza. You're not going to have any? Oh, okay. There probably will be here all afternoon. So, starting with, well, today's pretty much covered. Okay. Tomorrow, I normally have office hours 3:15 to 5:15 here in my office. However, because I've got to pick up a vehicle for the field trip on Thursday, or at least run the paperwork for it tomorrow, I will be leaving probably shortly after 3:15 to head over there to get all the paperwork signed, and hopefully, now that I don't think I'll be able to bring the vehicle over, so I'll get the paperwork done tomorrow. I'll probably spend the last part of my office hours over there, not here. So if you do need to see me late tomorrow afternoon, I'll be on Birmingham campus, not Bessemer. Yes? I don't know if it is or not. You can try it if you want to. Well, I know it's not working now because I've got my computer plugged in. But I can plug it in this other. Okay, now it's plugged in, but whether it's working, I don't know. Okay? So, that's tomorrow's office hours. Thursday, normally I have office hours 10:45 until 12:30, but Thursday I've got to go over to the Birmingham campus, pick up the van, and bring it back here. So I'll probably be leaving shortly after 10:45 and trying to get back here before 12. Okay? Maybe more likely 11:45 or so. But hopefully about 12. Okay? Then Friday. Okay? Another problem. Okay? Last Friday, or 2 Fridays ago, I wasn't on campus at all because I had an infusion. Last Friday, I was on campus, but very brief times around 6 in the morning and 6 in the evening because we had math meetings in Opelika. And then, that's making noise. I don't know if that's yours or not. Okay? Did you want to try to print yours? I think she just got hers. Is yours print? No, it didn't.
I've already sent mine.
You didn't. Okay. All right.
Put it in the format where it would keep it how it's written.
What's that?
I'm going to put it in the format where it would keep it how it's written. I said I had it so where it would keep it how I had it written. So
All right. So Friday, I'll be on campus, but not at 7:45. Normally my office hours are 7:45 to 1. What's that? Okay.
I'm going to get a drink.
Okay. But I've got my annual fiscal Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I have to be at the trucking plant by 7:45. Hopefully that won't last more than an hour, so hopefully I'll be back on Birmingham campus 9:45 to 10-ish or something like that. But I can't guarantee it because I don't know how slow they'll be or whatever there. So every day there's some problem with office hours, but after I get there, 9:45 to 10, I'll be there at least at 1. Okay? Now, I've had several people turn in several late things today, okay? And I'm ready to return as much as I can. I didn't get everything that was turned in late graded, so things you turned in today, I won't be able to grade until I'll get them back to you on Thursday. Okay. So, if anyone still has a lab they're working on, still has a test they need to take, what I'll do is move you to another classroom and let you be working on that stuff there while I pass out the materials here. Yes? Yeah, it actually will be lab, I think it will be lab 9, and the one we did yesterday is lab 10 because we're trying to keep the labs with the chapters. And when we go to channel 13, that'll be lab 9. The lab you did Thursday was lab 10. It said lab 9 at the top, but it will be 10. And by the way, I didn't get all those graded either because I had so much stuff coming in late, I didn't get a chance to grade all those. So those will be coming back to you, some of you, either today or Thursday, yes.
Do you have all the test credit? 'Cause I'm wondering.
Everything's been turned in, but not the ones turned in today.
Okay, then what are we studying for the final? If we don't get them.
Well, if you get them today, I'm sorry. I mean, I'll try to get them ready before the end of the day, but if I didn't get it today, I haven't had a chance to grade it. Yeah. But anything before today is coming back to you today. Yeah. Lab 6. That's one of the questions, John. Okay, I haven't gotten Blackboard updated lately because I usually update Blackboard on Fridays. 2 Fridays ago, I was in Infusion. Last Friday, I was in Opelika. And so not everything's on Blackboard yet. If you get it back, then it's in your grade book. It just hasn't been on Blackboard yet. Okay? Okay, is anyone going to do a lab or a test and need to go to another room to do it? You do, okay? You have them? What do you need? You what? Chapter 23 lab? 23 lab is stripped to the planetary. I mean to the counter-touch level. Chapter 24?
We did 24 Thursday.
24, okay. How many you need chapter 24 lab? Just one? What's the test? Yeah. Okay. There it is. And you'll need your book. And maybe it's out there on whatchamacallit, YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. But you, if you got your book, everything's from the chapter is on that lab. So you don't need anything else. Okay.
Okay. You want me to get the test after?
Yeah, if you'll go to a classroom nearby. I know 259 does, but maybe for those others, 261 maybe get that. Okay. Anyone have any other labs or tests you need to do? You raise your hand condition?
I have mine.
You have it? Okay. Are you going to another room to work on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, take some food if you want food. Okay. And the pizzas are either pepperoni or cheese. You can get whichever you want. Mix and match. I don't care.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Now, when y'all finish whatever you're doing, come back here because you're reporting on your research papers. Okay? This is the last lab, which will be lab 10. Okay? Will be the report on the research papers. Okay? If any of you need your research paper as a reference, you can certainly have it. I have to get it back. But if you just want to report on what you learned on the research paper, that'll be fine. Okay? Any questions? And keep getting pizza as long as you want to get it. What I'm going to do next is return all the papers. If no one else has a paper to turn in, a lab or a test, I'm going to return these. So once these are returned, that's all, folks. Okay? I can't accept any after this. Okay. What's that? Okay. You got it? Yeah. Okay. What's that?
express that when they make 2 copies in case I lost them. And then express the source. It's got those 3 pages.
So that's it? Thank you. All right. So, lab 1. From here. Yeah. Galen, we lost that. But he's not here anymore. Okay. Darius, not here yet. Emmanuel. Mara.
I've got a copy of mine on my phone, so I guess I don't need.
What's that?
I guess I've got a copy of mine on my phone, so I can do it off of that.
Okay. 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 Oh. You are? Huh? Right here. Okay, James. Josh. Gary, we lost, I guess. We haven't seen him in a while. Sorry, I dropped that.
Yes.
Carl. Shelby. And Gary Wright. Okay. Now I've returned to folks the first test already, but a couple people weren't here on the days I returned it.
Passing to you like this, so you can still see like what the red marks through the paper. And it's like, oh my God.
Gary and another, but she's not
Yeah,
here.
and then the check.
That's it for test 1. Lab 2, Brendan. Brianna.
So when did you do that when you make the bag, right?
Another Galen. Another Darius. Emmanuel. Tara. And Lamondria. Okay.
I love that teacher.
There he is.
Yes, he's incredible.
And James, please again.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I know. Oh, I'm sorry. Gary's not here, but Carl is. Tanisha was, is she gone? Tanisha was sitting here, is she coming back? Is anyone ready? Huh? She was? Oh, she's okay. So she will be back. Okay. Shelby? She's here, wasn't she? And Terry not here. Okay. The second test. I've returned these already. Dalen's not here. Gary's not. Brittany's not. All right, lab number 3. I've only got 2 of those in.
Wait a second.
You got it?
That's my non-probation. So I had
Oh, okay. How about the rest of you? Anyone gonna turn in lab 3 today? You had all, we did most of the answers in class. Right? That's the moon lab. You can, but if you feel trip for anything, but you, okay. So no one else gonna turn in lab 3? Moon lab? Okay. We did most of it in class.
Wait, okay. Then I'm trivia.
Yeah, I just. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I need some copies.
You get credit for it. That's why I've been telling you all along. Most of the lab we did in class. It's only 3 questions that are on your observation. Thank you.
Out there, like what I did.
Okay. All right. Lab 4, no 5. Brianna? Still no Darius? Randall?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, Tara? Okay. Brianna? James? He does it every time I do it, I'll make it to him. Okay, Eric's not here. Tanisha, I assume it's coming back.
I'm pretty sure it's.
Shelby?
That one was there, except for
Brittany and Terry. Brittany, Terry, and Jerry. Okay, test 4. It seems like a few people haven't done it. No one's here to do it. It's coming back. Okay. What do you want your test for? And that folder? Yeah. Brianna? No Darius? Randall? All right. Coco? I'm gonna get my aerobic points today. Okay. Bianca? You ain't doing changes here when I'm recording something to my face. Okay. Josh? Carl? Anisha? Shelby? No Brittany? And no Terry.
all right, Luther.
Okay. All right, next lab. I think this is lab 5, no 6. Brendan? Brianna? No Darius? Tara? Trying not to do that. Okay. Okay. Oh, I know. James is still here. Okay. Josh? Shelby? Is that recorded right in my piece? Okay, let me make sure. Because I didn't get the questions. Oh, there it is. No, I didn't. Okay, no Brittany and no Terry. No Brittany, Terry. All right. Test 5. Now, a few people may have done this today, so hopefully you got it all done.
What's your name?
Here's Brenda.
It asks for reference. That was the reference.
Darius.
I got the
Manuel.
I got the first one right. The question was like, it wasn't very detailed. It was very detailed.
I mean, can't
All right.
really deny it.
Okay.
Like, I mean, if you deny it,
Oh, you get to know it.
James.
it's like one of those, like, Jesus is always the answer.
Josh. Misha. Shelby. No Brittany and no Terry. No Brittany.
Jerry's, Mr. Fowler, Jerry's here.
91.
I just don't know why.
God.
Yeah. They usually doesn't show up until later anyway, so
I did worse than both of y'all.
that's the one we're doing today. 23?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Wait, let me put this in the right place.
discussions about being
Gotta
free.
make sure I keep things will get great. Okay.
I've never seen a bottle like that.
All right. All right, now put yours at your desk, the things over turn. I put the things over turn and make it place. Okay, this is latitude, longitude lab. I don't remember which one that is, but Brandon, Brianna, Darius, Emmanuel. All right.
I'm in.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks for trying.
James,
Oh, about here.
Josh,
What
Carl.
does your heart tell you?
Shelby,
Yes.
no Terry.
Our life.
38 out of 2.
Okay. The take-home test. Okay, the take-home test.
I mean, his intent would be better.
Anyone not put this in yet?
Like
Okay.
making 100, like 19.
Here's Brenda.
38.
Darius.
Yeah.
James. Josh. Carl.
Look at all this track you right. I'm still thinking 88.
And no Darius, no Brittany, and no Terry. Okay, topographic maps. He's not here, so I'm going to use yours and Brittany Terry. Darius not here. Emmanuel.
There's more pepperoni over there. There's more pepperoni over there.
Look. You can count my rib. Okay. So it's a pickle.
Look.
James.
Casper.
Josh.
That's more gravy.
87.
Shelby.
Well, it's an 88.
Hey, you got me.
No Terry.
It's like you see that many things like written on it, and you think they're all just wrong. Just like first second.
Okay. All right. Test 7. Getting toward the end.
I was trying to pull that one.
Brendan.
Today, I left the house at 10:40. Yeah,
Darius.
I was sleeping since I left
Manual?
And,
Alright.
so I'm leaving, I'm gonna come this from house. Where else? I just called him off and that's all. No,
Huh?
and then a bunch of people in this section.
James?
One lady in that section.
Josh? Carl?
Didn't make it 80 or higher.
Shelby?
Hey, look, we're both.
Okay.
Hey, look, we're both done.
No Darius? No Terry?
Both done. What did you get?
All right. Test 8, the weather chapter.
It's okay, you had, some shirt on, like, a pineapple shirt, or something like that. A pineapple. Yeah. Pineapple guy. You never turned around.
I thought you were going to pizza.
I mean, it's got like 3 pieces left in it, so it's like the appropriate meal.
How do you eat it?
James?
How
Josh?
is Piggy? Are you better now?
Tanisha?
Yeah. How is Piggy? Is it better now? Oh, is it?
Shelby?
Okay. Awesome.
No Terry? Okay. Now,
Brown is a shake too. You said nothing.
all right. Now, earth water is the last lab that we did. It's actually lab 10, but it's listed on the page as lab 9. I don't have all these graded, but I'll return those that I have graded so far. Brendan? Brianna? Darius? Emmanuel?
What about spear?
I
James?
was like, not really. I just have
Josh? And
She
Tanisha.
like, look at this stuff you mark.
Okay. I apologize for those who don't have this yet. Sorry, I got you.
I got some 25, but it looks like I made a 0.
Because I just ran out of time. Too many papers came in too late, and I didn't get a chance to finish these. So I will finish those. I'll work on them today. They'll be ready to come back to you on Thursday. Okay? Now, the opportunity for the rest of you to, any who are here, to report on your research papers. You do any kind of report, minimum of 5 minutes. Report on what you did your paper on, what you learned from it, value of it, whatever. Do that, you get 25 points. Don't do it, you get a blank. Is anyone wanting to report on his or her paper?
I was
Can you repeat that? Shelby need me. I didn't hear it.
Pardon me?
Can you repeat that? She heard me.
Oh, well.
What do you mean?
Okay. Okay, if you report on the paper, your research paper, what you learned from it, the results, the study, whatever it is, and value of it, whatever. If you do that 5 minutes or so, you get 25 points. You do nothing, you get nothing.
So like 25 points added on.
Yeah, it's going to be an optional lab, so you can drop another little lab if you got it. Okay, do you want me to go first? Okay.
So
Shelby like
Do you need my computer for
I
anything?
do. I emailed you a PowerPoint.
Okay. Do you want me to pull it up?
Yes.
Okay.
Or does he take
it would be replacing your logo.
Or?
It's not going to be an additional lever. It would be replacing whatever your logo is.
I mean, I'm not doing it. That's cool.
That's really good.
Generally.
Yeah, we'll chug it.
but not really strictly.
If we're not doing that, we go ahead and check our chapter 24 stuff.
No, part of this is listening to the other people. Yeah. Goodness, it's hot in here. Okay. Josh, I did get your research paper. I haven't looked at it yet. Shelby, here's your PowerPoint. Okay.
Shut up, you did it, James.
Good deal. Thank you.
What's my name?
Yeah, let me sing it somewhere here.
It's a really good PowerPoint. What?
There it is.
Stokes. Lynn? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I thought you were giving me something.
No, you just turned this in.
What about the other work?
Pardon me?
The other work.
The other what?
The other work. On the nice side.
It's at your desk.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How do you know?
Okay.
I didn't know it was optional. It already made a PowerPoint, so I might as well pursue it.
What you say?
I didn't know it was optional, so I went ahead and made a PowerPoint.
That's perfectly
I
fine.
might as well.
Yeah, it sounds like it worked out.
Okay. All right. Why are they not talking? Let me do a function F10. Another function F10. Okay, it's worked every other day. Why is it not working today?
It's not a big deal if it doesn't work.
Huh?
It's not a big deal.
Let me try one more. Function F10. Okay.
Something wrong with the course thing.
What's that? It doesn't seem to be responding to anything. I mean, it doesn't ask for anything. It's on, but there's no... Let me see if there's anything here. The source be it. There we go. Let's try enter. What's that? Good. No input. There is input. Let's try here. Okay, source.
You missed out on the pizza. You missed out on the pizza. Some of them there at that one. Have trouble?
Yeah, everything seems to be fine. It's just not doing anything.
All right, well, the big difference between
So, I mean, Everything looks, I mean, it's just like I do it every day.
But yeah.
Oh. I unplugged this to do the printer. That's it. Okay, now let's see if it works. Here we got it. Shelby? All yours.
All right, I would like your attention, please. I am presenting on the sun. Okay. I have some really cool transitions. Okay, the sun supports life on Earth. The sun is actually one of the first things that humans discovered. It's a fun fact. On average, the sun is like an average star. Average size, brightness, heat, it's kind of plain Jane. Comets and asteroids and all the other planets move around the sun in like an elliptical. And the sun is about 4.5 million years old. Is expected to live for another 5 million. Without the sun, we would just be like a big icy block of rock floating in the space. The sun is enormous. It takes up about 99% of our solar system's mass. And it was made billions of years ago. It was formed from a supernova. Solids and liquids cannot exist on the sun because it's so hot. And it's so hot that nothing can really exist there. It just vaporizes it. It is 90% hydrogen, which is the lightest element that we know of. And it converts hydrogen to helium to make its energy. And that's how it gets heat, and it like pushes it from the core to the surface, and the sun is slowly getting brighter. The sun is not immortal. It will die one day. Like all good things, it will come to an end. It will exhaust its energy source, and then it will expand into a red giant, and it will burn up all the planets, at least up to Venus, probably Earth, but humans won't be here by then, probably. Here's a picture of our sun. It's very big and bright. Here's another picture of it. I think that might be the same picture. And here's kind of like what red giants look like. You have smaller red giants and bigger red giants, and this is our sun, so it's kind of like a comparison. You can see how large it's going to expand. And here's a little video of everything going around the sun. That's it.
All right, thank you.
The sun is the first thing. The sun may be the first thing humans discovered, but one more humans discovered.
Brandon, you next?
Yeah,
You can do it from there if you want to. You're sort of centrally located.
I'm gonna go up there. So
He wants to be the center of attention.
Okay.
He loves it. Brandon, just let all the attention go for it.
Actually,
Hey! Get out of here!
Yeah.
That's because. That was great.
all right. So, the first thing.
Okay, let's keep it quiet so we can hear.
Okay, so,
Hey, got the noise.
okay, so when we were in grade school, one of the first things we were taught is that there are 7 continents. What if I told you that that's not true anymore? They discovered a small 8th continent off the coast of Australia. It's about 96% below the water, and one of the only parts of it that's above water is the country of New Zealand. I'm not really a good speaker, so forgive me if I start stuttering. It's got suspected ridges with Australia and Antarctica. It was part of a supercontinent that was broken apart back when the world started to form the continents we know today. So.
Whatever you
Sorry, I'm getting nervous.
That's all right. You're doing well.
Thanks. Anyway.
Have they given us a name?
Yeah, it's called Zealandia.
Okay.
I guess they named it after New Zealand because it's the only part of it you can see. It's actually interesting that it's a continent because you'd think it would have to be above the water to count. It's about the same size as the subcontinent of India. And so, it's got the basic geological features like it's made of granite instead of basalt like ocean crust.
Wow.
It's got a few mountains. And like I said earlier, it's also got ridges that separate it from Australia, and they called it West Antarctic in the article I read for whatever reason. So, and it's kind of interesting that we had an eighth continent out there, and we've seen it for ages, and we had no idea what it was. Most people, when they think of New Zealand and the small islands around it, they think it's either part of the Australian continent or, just an arc island by its.
Right. I was going to say, he's contradicting something I didn't know, but I had said that New Zealand was part of our islands. It sounds like it's not. It's part of the continent. Just the tallest mountains in that continent.
Yeah.
Good deal.
So that's about.
Show your instructor up, don't you? Huh? Okay. Good deal.
Come on, I did that. Mr. West, I'd get it from you too.
Good job. Thank you. All right. Any others? Okay. Aaron's next.
Go Tyra.
It's on this, yeah. Think about that.
It could be about like a resource for material or a phenomenon.
So that again.
So it could be about like a phenomenon or like a resource for the material, right?
One more time.
It could be about like a resource for them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Here's Tyra.
All right. So I did my paper on the Hubble telescope. My PowerPoint isn't going to talk about every detail of the Hubble telescope. It's just going to talk about the important facts of it. Okay, Hubble is a telescope that orbits the Earth. It has sent hundreds of thousands of images back to Earth. It was launched on April 24th, 1990 aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery. Hubble travels about 5 miles per second and is solar powered. It orbits about 547 kilometers above Earth. It is the length of a large school bus and it weighs as much as 2 adult elephants. It travels about 5 miles per second. That's like traveling from the eastern coast of the United States to the western coast of the United States in 10 minutes. It takes sharp pictures of objects in the sky such as planets, stars, and galaxies. Hubble has made more than 1 million observations. Hubble is 43.5 feet long and 14 feet wide at the back. At the back of the telescope is where all the scientific instruments are. It weighs nearly 25,000 pounds. In the middle of the spacecraft are 4 100-pound reaction wheels used to reorientate the observatory. NASA has conducted 5 astronaut servicing missions to repair the Hubble telescope. The Hubble telescope had problems when they first launched it into the space. It had problems with the mirror. It had an aberration that affected the clarity of the telescope's early images. At the heart of the Hubble are a 2.4 metro primary mirror and a collection of 5 science instruments that work across the entire optical spectrum. These are the scientific instruments that are on the back of the telescope. The FGS stands for the Fine Guidance Sensors. The STIS stands for the Space Telescope Imaging Spectrograph. The COS stands for Cosmic Origin Spectrograph. The NIC MOS stands for the Near Infrared Camera and Multi-Object Spectra. The ACS stands for Advanced Camera for Surveys, and the WFC3 stands for the Wide Field Camera 3. These are the batteries that are in the back of the telescope. They use the batteries when the telescope is blocking the sun. The telescope is powered by the sun, by its solar panel. So when the telescope is blocking the sun, the batteries are used for the telescope to be powered. And this is just a picture of like the layout of the telescope, the solar panel, the secondary mirror, the antenna, the door, the spectrograph, the cameras. How Hubble came about. A German rocket scientist, Hermann Oberth, was a pioneer thinker of his time and suggested a space-bound telescope as early as 1923. This is Oberth, and this is Edwin. They named the telescope after him, and funding for the telescope began in 1977. Oberth wanted to make a telescope for the space because he thought that it would avoid problems such as cloudy and misty observing nights, the twinkling of stars even on clear nights, and absorption of the ultraviolet and infrared parts of the spectrum. And these are just some pictures of what the telescope has captured. This is a wide view of supernova in 1987. This is the depth of a star in nebula. A color for the immense of a sun-like star. And a globular star cluster. That's it.
did any of the writing or what you read about it indicate how many trips the shuttle had to make to get all the pieces up there? Did it take them all up at once?
I think it was 5.
Huh?
5.
Five.
Mhm.
5 different trips. And then the astronauts had to get out there in space and put it together. So that's really incredible to me. Thank you. Good job. Any others? Okay, good.
All right, my name is Garrett Austin, and I did my presentation is gonna be about the rock cycle. We all know that rocks constantly change. This is called the rock cycle. It takes millions of years for the rock to change. Sedimentary rocks are formed with particles of sand, which we learned in our chapter, shells, pebbles, and other fragments of material. Together, all these particles are called sediment. Gradually, the sediment accumulates in layers, and over a long period of time, hardens into a rock. They're just like form sand, trying to say calcium, form shape or whatever. You can often see sand, pebbles, or stones in the rock, and it's usually the only type that contain fossils. Metamorphic rocks are formed under the surface from the metamorphosis change that occurs due to intense heat and pressure squeezing. The rocks that result from these processes often have ribbon-like layers and may have shiny crystals formed by minerals growing slowly over time on their surface. The igneous rocks are formed when magma cools and hardens. Sometimes the magma cools inside the earth, and other times it erupts onto the surface from volcanoes. When lava cools very quickly, no crystals form, and the rocks look shiny and glass-like. Sometimes glass bubbles are taped into the rock during the cooling process, leaving tiny holes and spaces in the rock. These are actually some rocks that come from space called metamorphosis. They may have different elements or mineral makeup than a typical earth rock. Typically, they are made most likely of iron.
Thank you. Any others? Harry, good deal. And by the way, did you know there's pizza around? You don't have to eat it now, but when you get
I didn't know, I just came in. Thank you, I'm hungry. Okay, I'm going to tell right. I did mine on the road.
you were.
Yeah, roadside, I ain't from the power. Tell you about it. Erosion is, it's basically when it rains. Y'all know when it rains and it pours down, and then suddenly it washes away the soil and the rocks. Like as a child, I always wondered, like, why isn't it? So I looked it up, and it called erosion. Now, okay, this is what I said. Yeah, this is what I said. Water, it make the plants grow. The soil erosion. They got all kinds of different kind of erosion. Rainwater causes more erosion. It can lose the soil, muddy wind. And like I said, when it rains, the topsoil gets washed away, and the soil loses a lot of the strength. And it's like, for example, I got a plant, outside of my house, and every time when it pours and rains down, it wash the soil away, and then somewhere it kind of once creates some new ones. And I never really understand that, but until I looked it up, and it was real awesome. And let's see. They also said something about fertilizer, and you want some good fertilizer to come from horses, and with the roses, they help the plants grow, and help the grass grow, and like to me when it rains, it make the world, wash all the germs away, and wash all the germs away, and make it more clean. So that's why I get down to roses.
Any others? Anyone else? Here comes the manual.
So I did my research paper on James Hutton. James Hutton was born on June 3rd, 1726 in Edinburgh, Scotland. And he died on March 26, 1797. James was a pharmacist, chemist, naturalist, and geologist. He is also known to be the father of geology. And he also created one of geology's basic principles, uniformity. In James' younger years, he went to school when he was he attended the University of Edinburgh at age 14. Though that he was interested in chemistry, he decided to go to the legal profession as a lawyer and apprentice. But he still felt his love for science. So he left his position and he and his friend James Davy became interested in the manufacture of
Salmoniac
that's produced from coal soup. As a result, he left his legal profession and decided to pursue the study of medicine. And he later spent 3 years at the University of Edinburgh, then 2 at the University of Paris, and later received his MD in Holland, in September 1749. James later dedicated his time to extensive scientific reading, traveling, and inspecting rocks and observing action of natural processes. Through his time of reading and studying, he developed the uniformitarian principle, which states that geological processes and natural laws now operate to modify the Earth's crust. In 1785, James decided to communicate his views to the recently formed Royal Society of Edinburgh in a paper titled Theory of the Earth, or an investigation of laws observing the composition, dissolution, and restoration of land upon the globe. In this paper, he stated how the word geologic phenomena could be explained through terms of observation process, the growth process now at work on and within the Earth. They have operated with general uniformity over this long period of time. James' ideas proved to be astonishing when Contemporary theory of the Earth being only 6,000 years old, James also claimed that Sartorius process could fluid explain the current mass due to process of erosion, deposition, sedimentation, and upthrusting were reoccurring and must have been repeated thousands of times throughout the Earth's history. He also concluded that the Earth age is unimaginably great. James sought to summarize his views and provide observation evidence for his conclusion in his work. In his previous work in the theory of Earth in 1795, though his ideas received wide separation among European scientists, their impact was blunt by the fact that James' writing style was illegible and very difficult to understand. John Playfair, a close friend of James, was able to comprehend his writing and was able to publish it along with some of his findings under the title Illustrations of Hunting Theory of the Earth, and went on to start the correctness of uniformitarianism, and that was the constant on which science of geology was born.
Thank you. Have you not turned it in? Fantastic. This chapter we talked about uniformitarianism. You remember? I think it was 19. The one with the take-home test, wasn't it? That was the first question. Okay. Good deal.
Oh yeah, because we skipped like a few chapters, didn't we?
What's that?
We skipped a few chapters after 19, didn't we?
No, we did 20 and then we skipped 2 and did 23 and 24. All right. Brianna? What's that? Okay. Some stiff. Not very good paper.
Alright, so I've already heard it. I did the Hubble telescope. So here we go, repeat round. It was launched in 1990, like you said. It was one of NASA's most successful and long-lasting science missions. It has the ability to show the universe in unprecedented detail that has turned astronomical conjectures into concrete certainties. So, pictures, observations, everything that it can possibly see is proof that's out there. Hubble has revealed the age of the universe to be about 13 to 14 billion years old. This helped lower the guessing range from 10 to 20 billion. It also played a key role in the discovery of dark energy, which is a mysterious force that causes the expansion of the universe to accelerate. The Hubble has shown scientists galaxies in all stages of evolution, including toddler galaxies that were formed when the universe was still young, and it's also helped them understand how galaxies were formed. The telescope has discovered that gamma ray bursts, strange, incredible, powerful explosions of energy, occur in far distant galaxies when massive stars collapse. The sheer amount of astronomy based on the Hubble observations have also helped make it one of history's most important observations. More than 10,000 scientific articles have been published based on the Hubble data. Every 97 minutes, the Hubble completes a spin around the Earth, moving at a speed of about 5 miles per second, which is fast enough to travel across the United States in about 10 minutes. Hubble's mirror captures light and directs it into several science instruments. This type of telescope is known as the Cassini reflector, which lights the telescope's main mirror, which then it bounces off and encounters a secondary mirror. The secondary mirror forces the light through a hole in the center of the primary mirror that leads to the telescope's scientific instruments. Once the mirror captures the light, the whole science instruments work together individually to provide the observation. Each Each instrument is designed to examine the universe in a different way. And I find it very interesting that something so far away can be seen so close, up so close. I just cannot imagine even developing a telescope and even how to know how to zoom in and even
Pretty incredible that it's counted today as one of NASA's biggest successes, and yet it was one of their biggest mistakes getting the mirror wrong, you know, and they had to go up, and how they did this, I don't know, resurface the mirror in space. That was a trick in itself, so pretty incredible. Thank you. Yes?
Screencast-O-Matic is still going.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be?
Well, I'm recording all this.
Okay.
So other people can listen at home too. I don't know if the people knew they were being recorded. Yeah, it's fine. I figured y'all need it to hear it as much as I do.
Sometimes
Okay.
you forget to stop it. So.
What's that?
Sometimes you forget to stop it.
Right.
When you want to. Just to take it.
Anyone else? Okay. Yeah.
I'll just highlight, I did my paper on falling stars and what are they? Falling star or a shooting star has nothing at all to do with the star. These amazing streaks of light you can sometimes see in the night sky are caused by tiny bits of dust and rock called meteoroids falling into the Earth's atmosphere and burning up. A short-lived trail of light that's burning meteoroids produces a meteor. Meteors are commonly called falling stars or shooting stars. If any part of the meteoroid survives the burning up stage and actually hits the Earth, it's called a meteor. Right. I always wonder what that was.
Anybody else? All right, everyone's got that. Is it, you turn it in today or before? Yeah. Okay, it's over here.
Many of us have all learned the tune, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and have all grown to know that the stars are lit like the moon in the sky at night. But do we really know what a star is besides what we see? A star is a luminous sphere of plasma. Stars are held together by their own gravity and are made up of gas, which is glow. All stars are made up of clouds. Although stars are made up of the same stuff, stars vary in the same size and temperature. The sun is the closest star to Earth, but furthermore, two stars can be 1,000 times larger than the sun, which means the sun is a medium-sized star. The largest star is the Epsilon. If Epsilon was a football field, the sun would only be a milk cap. Some stars are so small to compare them to the sun, they have to be magnified. The smallest star closest to Earth is the Proxima. It'll take more than 4 years to complete the journey from Earth. Most stars are red dwarfs. Red dwarfs are stars less than 50% of the mass of the sun. The color of the stars can range from red, white, and blue. Red is the coolest color. Stars, much like the sun, are yellowish white, while the hottest stars are blue. Temperature and the colors of the stars are always connected. There are many, many stars that are so far away. There are almost 200 to 400 billion more stars. Some of those stars are separate in planets and they make it and have life. The most massive stars are the stars that are shortly lived. Twinkle is a short name for stellar scintillation. Stars only twinkle from our view, which is Earth's surface. Stars twinkle more on the horizon than they do overhead. If we were to view a star from outer space, the star wouldn't twinkle.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yeah. Anyone else going to give a report? Okay. That it then? All right. If you've got any questions on anything, one other thing. Two things. Should have asked this earlier. How many of you need rides to Channel 13? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Okay. Just want to make sure there's more than 3. If we got more than 3, I'll get the van. I've already reserved it, but I didn't know whether I needed a car or a van. The last time we went to the planetarium, 3 or 4 people was all that rode, and I thought we could have taken a car. But now that more than 3 are coming, we'll do that. Number 2, has everyone done the student course evaluation? Yes? Any that have not? Please get those done. You can do them today if you like. You can do them Thursday, but please do them before too much after the end of the term because they'll shut it down sometime. Okay? I know some of you may want to see your grade before you do it. That's fine too, but just as soon as you see it, do the student course evaluation. All right. Any other questions? Yes. Say again? Did you send it? Email? I've gotten some. I haven't checked them all. Okay. I've been stacked up to here, so I haven't checked email lately. But I'll see it at some time. But yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Now, if there's no other questions, we can go on and do the Chapter 24 test if you're ready. If there's no questions, I'm going to go on and turn off the projector to save on the bulb. Anyone else need a projector? Okay. Now, and if there's no more questions now, I'll go on and shut down Screencast-O-Matic because to take the test, we don't need it on there. But if there's nothing else, I will end this.